My name is Bonnie Bright. Welcome to Askme, the show where we dive deep into the minds of one of the wonderful creators we have in our generation. I'm talking about Jemedari, a man who embodies multi-talented. He is a director, producer, writer, and CEO of a program known as Voices of Hope.
Hello there, welcome back to Bright Future YouTube channel. My name is Jemedari and I'm here to take you through the last episode of Sweet Revenge, whereby we are shooting this movie at this particular vicinity, or rather this particular scene. You can see my photographer can show you behind the scene. You can show the people what is going on here. I'm going to interview some of the actors about what they're experiencing.
You're a force to be reckoned with, and apart from what you're doing, you're also a student of journalism and mass communication. Tell me how you handle all of these things.
Just like the way you have introduced me, that
Yes.
I do quite a lot of things. I am a producer, I am a public speaker, that is an author, I am an orator as well. So let me put it this way, in that I am I'm still studying in the
Yes.
field of journalism and mass communication. I will consider it less of balancing and more of a blending, because I know that whatever I do in class, I have to create time for myself, because this one and this one, they usually marinate. For example, in terms of public speaking, of course, in class, we are taught how to connect with the audience, and in the field too, I'm going to implement what was taught in class in the field. So I have to blend. It's more of.
And how has the things that you've been taught in class have influenced your work in the industry? Like, let's say, learning sound. How has it influenced you as a producer at work?
Okay, considering that I'm a music producer,
Yes.
things to do with sounds and stuff. I remember when we were doing that unit, I was enjoying, because it is something that I do on daily basis. It's not the thing that I'm seeing for the first time. So when it came to do with that time, we were talking about issues about compression, cueing. It wasn't the first time I'm hearing those words. So I would say that I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Oh, that's good. And you're the CEO of Voices of Hope, an event planning and production company. Your website says you're empowering minds, uplifting spirits. What's the core idea behind starting Voices of Hope?
So whatever thing which inspired me to commence, or rather to start this organization called Voices of Hope, it was meant to inspire,
Yes.
because everyone has a bitter story to tell and a bitter story to be listened to. So the bitter story behind my life made me to start this organization. So the reason behind VOH is to be the voice of the voiceless, because where I was years back, if there was someone who was going to speak on my behalf, then I believe I would have made it out more earlier.
Yes.
In that matter. So I decided, let me come up with this organization, VOH, to be the voice of the voiceless. Because right now, when you walk out there, you interview youths, or rather you talk to youths, most of them are undergoing depression, but they won't tell you. Now, VOH is there to make sure that all those people who are depressed, all those people who are facing challenges in their life in which they cannot communicate, rather they cannot speak on their own. So we are there to be the voice of the voiceless. That is the reason behind VOH. And two, it deals with events planning. So the reason as to why I decided to bring in events planning in VOH is because at times I get called in schools and other places to go and inspire people. So I came to realize that there is this way I connect with my audience.
Yes.
I usually mind the rapport, so I connect deeply with my audience to an extent that there was a time I was called to do motivational speaking, and in between that, someone came to me and decided to open up. So I saw if I can do this and people can open up, I can also do in other events.
Yes.
Not only in bad moments, I want to be there during happy moments, people to recall those moments. If it's a wedding, I am there as an MC. So I'm not just there during motivational stuff and whatever when people are down. I'm also there when people are happy. I want to create memorable events. That is why I decided to link up the events planning with motivational.
You've built this reputation of compelling motivational speaking, as you have said. What's the secret to captivating the crowd and making every event unforgettable?
So the secret in compelling the crowd is authenticity,
Yes.
because people want to feel, or rather, people want to know how you felt. So the moment you tell people, or rather, the moment you are opening up to the people about what happened to you, the pain you face, the scars you have, the reason as to why you have this scar here, you have this scar here, you will interact with the people easier. So, for example, I am called to motivate students in a certain school. Let me give an example of Makongeni School, just a random name. Now, if you're there and you come up with the way other motivational speakers usually do, I don't want to mention anyone. They say, I started my butcher with one leg of, one drumstick of a chicken. You see, but there is this way I came to realize if I come up with a story, a true story about my life,
Yes.
I will connect easier and deeply with the people, rather with the audience, so that they can open up easily. The reason and the purpose behind motivational speaking is to bring the people out of the slavery they are in, out of the pain they are in. I want to motivate them to reach a particular place that I am not even there. They're supposed to reach there. Most of the motivational speakers out there, I don't want to compare myself to them, but they usually make themselves be at a higher place, a higher position. In that, I don't know, they're trying to challenge them wafikie hapo, or I don't know what they're trying to do. But with me, I would love to inspire them. If I made it out from there, you too can make it out of there.
And the name Voices of Hope, how did you come up with it? You just one day decide, as you say, to inspire people, and then you said, I'll start an event called Voice of Hope.
No, okay, Voices of Hope, as the way it sounds, VOH, the Voices of Hope, it's a voice for the voiceless. So the name behind VOH came because I've just told you that there was a time I felt like if there was someone who could be able to speak on my behalf, on the place I was. I have a bitter story to tell. I think that we shall have on another time, because it's so much, it even breaks my heart till today.
Yes.
I usually feel like if there was someone who could speak on my behalf, then I could have made it out easier, or rather easily.
Yes.
So I felt if there was someone to speak on my behalf, then I can be someone to speak on other people's behalf. Because it's not a secret. I know that I am a gifted orator. So I want to use my gifts that I was given by God to bring the people out of the slavery, out of the pain, out of the challenges they are facing. And that is when the name VOH came. It's simply voice of the voiceless, or rather voice of people, voice of hope, as the way it sounds.
And are you also working on a book? Is
Yeah.
that the reason? Is that also the message that is being portrayed in the book, or what is the book about?
Okay, the book, there are two books.
Yes.
There is the one that I already authored before. It's called Invading the Impossible.
Yes.
Now, Invading the Impossible is there to inspire. Because as the way I've told you, it still circulates around my life. So as the way I told you before, that it reached a point that things were so very much, it reached a point that I thought that death is the only option. So if I made it out, I decided, since I made it out, I decided to write, or rather to author a book that is going to inspire people. So in this book, let me just give you a glimpse of what is there. There is a place that I've written that after God created Adam and Eve, God told Adam, I have given you dominion over every creature that is there, over the birds in the air and the fish in the sea. Meaning that we were given dominion over everything which was created, meaning that there is nothing which will be difficult for a man to handle, for a human being to tackle. And also, I said in that book that there is one thing which makes the human beings, or rather we humans, unique. Considering that we are from different races, different tribes, different countries and nations. You are black, you are brown, you are white, you're red. But there is one thing which usually connects everyone. It's called DNA. You have a different DNA from mine, but we all have the same DNA with God. So if you have the same DNA with God, since you are created in His own image and likeness, this means that we have the godly nature in us. And if you have the godly nature in us, it means that we should not give up to anything, because God is all powerful, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, if He's all powerful and we are created out of His image and likeness, meaning that we have His DNA, we have godliness in our bodies. That book is there to help us open up our spiritual eyes, in order to awaken our spiritual conscience, so that we are able to analyze, we are able to fathom such things in our lives. Now, you see, all those things have been analyzed in the limitation of human perception.
Yes.
Yeah. So I tackled all of those things in the limitation of human perception.
I think we're really waiting on that.
Yeah.
And speaking about releases, you just released your recent movie in August. Congratulations.
Thank you so
So
much.
tell me what the movie is about and what inspired the story.
About the movie, I have, it's not VOH only which took part there.
Yes.
I would love to give credit to the owners themselves because I was called there as a video director.
Yeah.
And,
Are those your partners that?
Yeah, those are
on
my
Insta?
partners,
Yes.
and they're called Bright Future.
Yes.
So the movie by Bright Future is called The Sweet Revenge. So it is simply talking about crimes in town, more so in Mombasa, and of course other towns and other places which are facing crimes. It simply talks of crimes and saying that crime does not pay, because the movie, it is more of action. There is fighting scenes there.
Yes.
Yeah, if you saw bloodshed and all those things, it's quite enjoying to watch. But the moral lesson which was trying to be forwarded via that movie is that crime does not pay, because crime now has become rampant. There is no employment, so youths are finding refuge in crime. So the movie is just something to have them educated that crime is not the right path.
And how is it working with Bright Future? How's the partnership?
Okay, the partnership with VOH and Bright Future, because I own VOH and DK Music Production,
Yes.
so both my organizations are in partnership with Bright Future, because Bright Future is a movie industry group, and I deal with DK Music Production deals with sound. And of course, for a movie to fully be considered a movie, it must have sound effects, it must have music, background music that is, and the voice, or rather the speeches, the analogs have to be on point. So that is why DK Music Production is there. I am there to aid in terms of the sound, the making sure that the vocals, or rather the dialogues, are heard properly. I have to ensure that they have music, because if you watched the previous movie, that is The Sweet Revenge, you could hear a song called Blood Family.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a song which I did in DK Music Production.
Okay. And it's clear that you're also a good storyteller with the documentaries that you've done.
Exactly.
What's an important element of a good story, whether it's in documentary or in the rap song that I think he's also a musician?
Yeah, that is nice. I would love to help all those people who are inspired to be documentarists, storytellers, and rappers as well.
Because it's still storytelling.
Yeah,
even
it's
in
all
rap
of them
and
are circulating
poetry.
around storytelling and
Yes.
poetry, as the way you have said it. So everything circulates around emotions. As long as you are able to raise emotions of someone, emotion is what brings about memory. Like, for example, I know you remember the happiest day of your life.
Yes.
You remember also the saddest or the gloomiest day of your life, because of the emotions which were raised on that day. And to be more precise, you might be able to remember even words which were said on that day. For example, if you are arguing with someone, and someone insults you, like the real insult, that insult will stay, even the words will be traced in the back of your skull. So once you are able to raise emotion, you are able to make people, you are able to connect with the people easily. So in terms of rap music,
Yes.
people usually think it's about rapping quickly.
And the beats.
Yes, and the beats.
Sound.
But of course, all the things have to be on point for it to be good. But emotions have to be created. When I am recording for someone, because I'm a music producer as well,
Yes.
I usually tell them, I want you to feel the beat.
Mhm.
The moment you feel the beat, you are able to connect with it. You are able to speak from your heart. You don't speak from your brain in terms of music. So when you speak from your heart, there is a time that you are able even to rise your intonation and
Yes.
still remain on key. But if your brain tells you to rise your voice, utapiga kelele studio. You see. So in storytelling as well, when you are narrating a story, you have to consider the emotions. There is the happy places, there are the sad moments. You have to bring about those moments. You have to feel those moments through words. Being able to narrate a story, being able to write a rap song and deliver the rap song, that means you are an artist. And being an artist means you have to bring about art in a peculiar manner. And the only peculiar manner I can advise those who are watching us today is connecting with your audience via emotions. Make them feel what you're feeling through words. Make them. Have you ever listened to a song till ukatoka na feel goosebumps? That is what I'm talking about. You have to make people develop goosebumps because of the things you're trying to bring into them.
It brings them back to a moment.
Yes, back to a moment. Your music is about the sad moment about your life, but you are delivering it in a way that that person feels, recalls the bad or rather the painful moments in their lives. So that is the key element which should be considered to the latter in terms of rap song, rap music, and storytelling as well.
Wear many hats, as you said, a rapper,
Yeah.
a producer, director. Which hat is the most rewarding in all of those?
The most rewarding hat, I would say, since you've said public speaking,
Yes.
and I had highlighted before that I'm an orator, now I would love to say motivational speaking. Because it will be so much nice, someone comes to me an year later and tells me, Jemedari, there is something you said some years back,
Yes.
and it has changed my life. That thing melts my heart to the core. So the hat that I would love to put on at all times, it is public speaking, and under public speaking, motivational speaking. I really do love and enjoy motivating youths, and of course anyone, not only youths, but there are other people out there. The key thing in my motivational speaking is to provide quality education in terms of morals and inculcating moral value for a sustainable individual out there in the society. That is the key thing I usually consider in terms of my motivational speaking. So that is the hat I usually love putting on. And I will forever appreciate God for this gift He has granted unto me. Yeah.
So, with everything that you've said, is there anything we should be expecting in the future apart from the book that you're working on?
Quite a lot should be expected considering that I am multitasking.
Yes.
Yeah, so movies are still being written. So there are movies which are coming. Bright Future, that's their YouTube channel. And in terms of music, I remember there was a time I was being interviewed by a colleague from school, Alimaliza, and there is something which she asked me. By then I wasn't fully doing music production. She asked me, where do you see yourself in the next few years? I told her, right now I don't have a fully equipped studio, but coming September,
Yes.
my studio will be fully equipped. September ikafika, nothing was there. So I didn't give up. I kept on pushing. But right now, as I speak, I have a fully equipped studio.
Yes, I see.
So you should expect more songs.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, I used to do music a lot, but right now I'm venturing into storytelling and documentary. That is one thing I want to build on. And of course, artists, when wako pale, I usually aid them in terms of writing songs. So expect me pale kwa category nini, you see there, writers, my name is also included there.
Yes.
Yeah, and in terms of, I'm a journalist as well. So expect me in the field of journalism. I'm working with Mohammed Saha in his TV channel, More TV. Yeah, I hope you've heard my voice there. So quite a lot is coming. And one thing that I want to build up upon, kuna events nyingi I usually attend as an MC. Hapo pia nimejijenga sana, even in my website ukiangalia hapo, kitu ambayo imekuwa highlighted sana ni MC, because that is what put food on the table.
Okay. So, with everything that you've said, is there something you want to tell the viewers as we go? Maybe where to find your studio in case anyone who is listening wants to produce music with Jemedari or maybe help in documentaries. Where can they find you?
Okay, so as to find me, my name is Clyde Jemedari Andere. And if you want to know more about me, there is a website, of course, that is voh.co.ke. And if you want to produce your music, you can reach me out via my email, jemedari@voh.com, or you can reach me via WhatsApp at 0743 32 79 19. I do quite a lot of things, that is documentaries, as the way you've heard from Bonnet here. I do public speaking, so you can have me called to institutions. I speak to your kids, I speak to organizations, I speak to there are other business people. They called me. I spoke to them as well. So that is that inspirational talk. I usually do that as well. So to get all these things, because they fall under VOH, just reach me out. I will repeat my number again: 0743 32 79 19, or via my email, jemedari@voh.com. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's all that we have for you today, Jemedari. Thank you so much for sharing your voice of hope to our viewers. And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.